as much as, well, let's try to figure it out. It's still the program.
We've been through a lot of coaches, Steve. We've been through
Yeah,
coaches, ADs. We've been through a lot.
Ironically, Satterfield's the only guy I ever went rogue on.
He gave you bourbon.
Yeah, you're right. I'm like
Angels envy burban at that.
I mean, KP. I eventually just gave up. I was like, okay, this is not going to work. But
it just didn't work.
I actively started almost rooting against him. I was like,
and you still feel slimy for that, Steve.
No, yeah, that was personal. That was personal for me. I got personal with that one, and I that one bothers me still to this day because I'm like, no, I don't like you. So now I don't like you. So I kind of want
you can't do the South Carolina thing.
Yeah, well, and it was the constant text and pissing and moaning that I would get from people from the staff. You said that we only won by this, and you said we should have beat Georgia Tech.
I work really hard.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, well, I'm sorry. You're texting me of all the people in the media. You're texting
nothing.
Me like
nothing.
I'm the enemy.
You know what? Let's do this. Since you opened the floodgates, let's do this. Any member of staff, organization, anybody connected to the University of Louisville, I believe I speak for Steve when I say this. If you got a problem with the way Steve or myself cover anything University of Louisville related, that means you got the problem. And if you reach out to me and you haven't reached out to me to ever say, hey, thank you. We appreciate you. You do a great job. If you've never given me individual eye to eye, email to email, phone to phone, text to text praise, do not. Do not. Because I have a Tekken level, you get waiting for you.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, I need to isolate that.
Well, also, Marcus, I mean, people think and I'm saying all this because I'm going somewhere with this. People think we get wined and dined. I've gotten, let me tell you, and I appreciate what I've gotten. So I don't want to sound unappreciative.
Yes.
Because I will say this. It's also, there's a piece of it is Lottie, I could call her at any point and say, hey, man, I'd really like a pair of those, something. And if she could get them, she would. So I am not meaning that towards them or anything like that. But people think I've gotten one pair of shoes. I've gotten 2 pairs of clothing. Pete Nocta on his way out, on his way to Kentucky, gave me more gear than I've ever gotten in my entire life from the university.
Steve, let me take it up a notch. Let me take it up a notch.
I text Pete just the other day, by the way, and I was like, I hate hating you, but I hate you.
It's not gonna be fun hating you.
He just thumbs up. No. I was still I hate that I hate you, but I hate you. And he just
own it.
Look,
Steve, keep it going up a notch. I've gotten more official Louisville gear from myself and Phil Baker's favorite spot than anything.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I just want to say all this just to say, I know, and I get it. I mean, because sometimes we are very, people joke about sunshine pumpers. Sometimes I am. I'll just be honest with you. Sometimes I am. There are times I've sit down in here and I'm like, I just love the university, man. I just love Louisville. I love the city. I just want to, you know what? It's super negative. Let's just try to find out a way to make it positive.
When I talk negative, I'm being listen, like I said, I don't want you to lose your train of thought. I want people to know, when I'm talking negative, that's not the real Marcus. The real Marcus says, I need to find the positive to this situation. I need to focus on how do we get the job done? How do we win? And the everyday, hey, Nick, I really appreciate you, getting us through the show. Even as much as I get, when I'm giving him a hard time, that's not the real me. Steve, every single day of your life, if you ever open the door, I say, hey, I appreciate that. James Black, I felt terrible because I didn't ask him. I just sent him an email expecting him to do something for me on Friday, and I didn't clear it with him, and I felt terrible, and I made sure I let him know. So yeah, my appreciation for the little things is why I can talk about all the great little things that happen on a day-to-day basis with my sports program. Fire away. I don't mean to go on a tangent.
It's why I shred Nicky on the air, because I off the air, even if he won't admit it, I go above and beyond to tell Nick, I appreciate you. There's never a day I don't leave this station without saying, hey, Nick. It's like wrestlers. They always say, hey, thanks for the house, man. It was a great match. Like, I always leave this station saying, Nick, thank you for today, man. I appreciate the show. Look, we got through the show.
I can attest to that.
It was a good show.
That is true.
Hey,
Steve's
man,
kept me from burning the place down a few times. Allegedly.
The YouTubers say, why do you think Nick at the end of the show all the time? He sucked. And I'm like,
no, even if he's not good, but it doesn't mean like I don't still say, hey, man, I appreciate it. We got through today. You're still trying. You know what I mean? Like, and it doesn't go unnoticed.
You gave it your best shot. Go ahead.
I say all that to say I need help. I sat there Saturday in my chair. Got a new chair too. It's beautiful. Great. Me and my wife, we got old people rocker recliners, and we just set them side by side, and we got a nice couch. We just sit over there.
That's a lovely visual.
We just wanted that. Like, we're like, no, this is just what we like. Look, she's my best friend. We like sitting there. We like watching shows together. This is just what we do. So I'm sitting in my chair. Charity's working. Xavier's with my mother-in-law. They had a great weekend. They went up and did some museums and stuff, and just a great weekend for them. I got the house to myself. Elijah's with his girlfriend. Great girl. I mean, I'm so proud of him.
Good job.
He did great. He passed his driving test. He's got great friends. He's got a lovely girlfriend.
I am so proud of every young man or young lady who goes to get their license before 21.
Yes. Yeah.
My God. Make your kid get their license right now if they're 16 and up. Now.
Yeah. Okay.
Now.
I swear to God, I hate Nick. So anyways, I'm sitting here, Marcus.
I bet Nick waited till he was 20 to get his license.
He's taking a dump.
He's not in there? Keep going. I'm sorry. See, keep going.
No.
I can't help it.
I'm taking my I'm doing a Marcus today. I hope you're annoyed at home at how slow I'm taking you through this journey.
Take your time.
Because I want it to be clear that I'm sitting in my chair with my feet up, and I have not a care in the world. Coach Lieberman is being wooed by a couple great jobs that, you know what, quite honestly, I'm going with him. And I mean, I'll still be here, but I'm going with him to do that, and I'm really excited about him. Okay, I'll just be honest, I'm really excited about it. So, okay, life is good, man. Life is good. I'm down 24 pounds. And you know what I did Saturday? I went Saturday, and I grabbed me a grilled chicken sandwich from Zaxby's, which is something I love. And I didn't get fries with it. I just said I'm gonna eat me the grilled chicken.
You're a liar.
Sandwich.
You don't go to Zaxby's without getting the fries, Steve. Don't do that today. We need honesty today. If I'm gonna help you, we need honesty. Tell me you got the fries and you gave them to Xavier.
I only ate a couple of the fries. Okay.
Thank you. Now we got progress.
I didn't finish them, but so it was good. The game tips off. We're at Clemson. Let's fast forward a little bit. About 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Well, probably going to lose. I took a little iPad next to my chair because we have the table in the middle, Marcus. It's fantastic. It's got plug-ins and stuff. Oh, it's great. So I pulled up the iPad there, Now, remember, I mentioned me and Coach maybe taking a job. Pulled up the iPad. I put the Louisville game on it. Clicked it off my TV. Turned on some film of a couple teams, a couple high school teams. And that's how I finished the game. Look down. Oh, yeah. And I'm saying this because I don't want to sound like I've went back since and did a little bit just because this is my job,
yes.
you know, and I would feel wrong coming in here today and being like, well, I can't even break it down. Game ended. Look down at it. We'll get into what happened in there with the game. But game ended, Marcus. I went, well, that's how it is. By the way, at the same time, Kentucky, who, whatever. I mean, they're, fine. They're not very good either. But they're busting a Vandy team, right? That would wreck me. That would wreck me.
Mm.
The double doozy of losing and Kentucky winning would wreck me. Game was over. Called coach, talked about a couple things, got ready for Elimination Chamber. Really didn't give it much thought after that. They're just not enjoyable. And that's not personal. That's not personal. It's not personal to the players. I don't want to sound like I think they're great young men.
Mm.
I do. I really do. I'm not just saying that. I don't think there's one bad apple on that team. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's so unenjoyable to watch. The careless turnovers, the overall style, the pattern of substitution, what are we kind of like, I can't really figure it out. It's just the whole product is really unenjoyable. I'm not even talking about the loss right now.
Mm.
I'm not even talking about the loss. It's just unenjoyable basketball all around. And what scares me is I think there's more people that experienced what I experienced than flipped their tables Saturday. And I would rather the table flipping be going on. I would rather it have wrecked my day, and I just am like, well, Kentucky's not very good, and everybody now is going to think Kentucky's good, and we lost, and it pisses me off because Vandy wasn't very good, you know, like that's how I would have spent my whole day, just like I'm stupid. This is all stupid, you know. Louisville's going to come back and we're going to win the next two games. Kentucky's going to lose, and we're going to show them. I didn't care. I then text you, and this last thing I'll say. I text you, and I'm not going to do this, but in the moment, I could. It's the sad thing. I could, but it's my job. Okay, I have fun doing it, but this is my job, and I can't do it. I text you, and I said, Marcus, I could leave you on an island this week and say, I really don't care what happens against Syracuse or Miami at this point. I just get to the postseason. Let me see what you got in Charlotte. Let me see what you got in the tournament. Because at this point, the regular season for me is a wash. I don't know how to say, clean up my verbiage too, and I'm okay with that. You do a good job at doing that, but to me, I'm like, okay, if they lose to Syracuse and Miami, all right, they fall a couple seed lines. If they beat them, okay, they're going to stay around a 6 or a 7 or something like that, and then we'll see what they do in the ACC tournament. And I mean, you know, I heard Paul this morning. I agree. Well, maybe we'll get a couple teams on a neutral court. I don't think the ACC's got a bunch of teams we can't beat. I can still play that game. But my God, man, I'm like, if I'm wrong, help me. Somebody.
Okay.
Somebody help me, man.
Okay, Steve.
Thank you for letting me do all that.
No, it needed to be said. You needed to get it out your system. I am paid at this job. I'm paid handsomely. I graduated from the University of Louisville with a degree in psychology. Okay? You asked me for help. The people need my help. In psychology, the definition, a psychology degree provides a scientific understanding of human behavior, emotions, and mental processes through the coursework in areas like cognitive development and abnormal psychology. These are ways that I can help you. Okay, Steve? What you are experiencing is currently being misidentified, right? What you experienced. Exactly, Steve. It's a bit of ED. It's a bit of misplaced directive. Okay. When you replaced that iPad with the main television, that was a coping mechanism. And it wasn't the product itself. You are experiencing a level of fatigue because you know what's around the corner. You didn't put that iPad down because of the product. You put it down because you knew what the conversation would be like on Monday morning. You knew there was actively a group of quote unquote Louisville fans who are addicted to the drama side. They've experienced nothing but drama for the past, since 2017, basically. Nothing but consistent drama. They have become addicted. We had this conversation, Steve. People don't understand this. When Louisville is bad, when there's bad things going on around the program, do you realize do people realize? They don't realize. They don't know. Our ratings go through the roof.
Mine and yours. Yeah. I just want to clear up.
Our ratings, mine and yours, triple. Why do you think that is? A triple. We should be happy. We should be rooting for chaos. We should be rooting if we put our personal growth, if we put the happiness of our respective family members, relationships, wives, sons, daughters, if we cared about them more than we cared about our program, we would be leading the charge of trying to reinterpret a win that you had earlier in the year that somehow people are scoreboard watching, waiting to feed chaotic news about how some team lost and one of our wins is now a quad 2 win instead of a quad 1 win. People who are, and you know they were coming, Steve, because you'd rather keep it, if you could, keep it in the basketball world. Okay? And a loss like Clemson, a loss like Carolina, it makes it difficult to keep it in the basketball world. So what you're experiencing is again, it's misplaced, it's misdirected. It's not apathy. It's, they just got stronger. The people who are addicted to the chaos, to the coaching searches, to the negative takes, you just know they were getting stronger as you were watching the game. With that being said,
and I think they're right.
Patrick, you can't have this product like this at the end of the season. Good news is, Steve.
Please enlighten me.
When he got that seating, this is how my day starts. When he got that seating last year, right? He did one of the most extreme moves that he could possibly do by making as he saw, making the toughest schedule he could possibly make for the University of Louisville. Right? That's where the ducking smoke came from. That's where and listen, this is a real thing. Like, he knew what the risk was by putting together that kind of schedule. He didn't know Baylor would be seen as underachieving. He didn't know, his Kansas thing. He didn't know Michael Brown would miss a month. Like, he didn't know these things, but he signed up for it. I start right there. I say, okay, he's willing to take risks to make things uncomfortable. That kind of schedule is uncomfortable going into the season. Right? I say he recruits his guys. We're in a world where there's one season turnarounds. One season turnarounds in a good way, one season turnarounds in a bad way. When you say the product, we need to break it down to what part of the products do you not enjoy? Or what part of the products do you feel like we can't get better with them? Yeah. And I mean, get better this year, get better next year, get better style. That's where I'm to. Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, he can't make a big change in your opinion in the next 2 games. But because here's the thing. This is where it goes to, Steve. We lack explosion. Yeah. We lack explosion.
I mean, that's the number one.
The number one thing about this team, the number one chasm, the number one divide, the number one thing, because here's the thing. When you have explosion, you can be down 15 points with 10 minutes to go, and you should have about 3 players that will still punch on somebody consistently. All they need is a crease. We lack explosion. That's something in your, lack of explosion is how you can go from main TV to iPad. If you had if Sananda Frew was playing at, let's just take the most athletic moments you've seen from Sananda Frew. You and I both think that should be the baseline of at least one of our bigs.
Without question.
Do I need to rephrase that?
No, not at all.
Take the time. Sananda Frew did a half handoff and took it all away and dunked on somebody in Indiana, right? Take the time. He comes off that ball, catches the ball, turns to the basket, dunks on a Kentucky player. You should have that level of explosion. At least like I said, we had the conversation last week, at 4 spots. Four roster positions should have a level of tier 1 athleticism. Tier 1 speed, tier 1 athleticism. We do not have that. But you and I both admit we thought we saw that in recruiting. We're underwhelmed. We overestimated on some of our athleticism. Right?
Absolutely.
If Woolley was as explosive as we thought in the highlights, he'd be playing a lot more, and we'd be a lot more excited about watching him. We'd be a lot more excited about his prospects. take Kenai Ruth's top athletic plays that we think that should be the baseline for our athletic guys. Michael Brown, we'll call him a scratch because he's injured, right?
Mm-hmm.
We thought even Zugris would have more functional athleticism than he's shown.
Absolutely.
So, again, I think our entire, it's not even apathy, our entire, like, that's the spot, Steve. We love good shooting. You know, we love working, like, let's not lump all our disappointments into one big category. Because if we had some good shooters, we'd love it. And we love a Ryan McMahon. We love a good shooter. We love 2 good shooters. But where we have 5 good shooters, that should be 2 great shooters and 3 superior athletes. So our combination is not a Louisville combination. And that's what's frustrating. I tell you what, we got Coach Kelsey coming up here in a couple minutes, right?
Mm-hmm. We do.
Do I need to wait on Nick?
No, I have the feed up right now. Brad Burnell's wrapping up his stuff.
Okay, do we need to take a commercial break, or do you want to carry? You want to take a quick commercial break or carry?
I'll let you decide, Nick.
Yeah, let's take a quick one. I'm sorry, everybody on the phone lines. If you want to hang tight, by all means. If not, just call back.
We'll take some calls after Coach.
Yeah.
Okay,
quick commercial break. 939 DeVille.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Sports fans, score big at Boom Buzz Pizza and Watch Bar. Enjoy gourmet pizzas, game day specials, handcrafted cocktails, ice-cold beer, and the best game day atmosphere in town. Boom Buzz is the perfect spot for sports fans, private parties, and gatherings, with state-of-the-art audio and video systems making every game day special for the big game. Boom Buzz Pizza and Watch Bar. Eat, drink, watch. Order online at boombuzz.com.
Your home for the best Louisville sports talk is ESPN Louisville, ESPN 680, 105.7 and 93.9 The Ville. Presented by Boom Buzz Pizza and Watch Bar. Eat, drink, watch.
All right, Pat Kelsey's at the podium.
Yeah, I mean, combination of, not the best offensive efficiency in terms of execution, and then, a few lapses that got him going, assignment breakdowns, one really glaring transition defense breakdown, a couple undisciplined fouls around the rim on wall ups, just, basic discipline type, keeping your defense airtight and coming out of half and just having some uncharacteristic mistakes that you can't have. So a lot of that.
I should have taken Brooks Holton's question first because he's got a Reds hat on this morning. So Brooks, you can have all the questions you want.
Thanks, Andy. Hey, Pat. Good morning.
Good morning.
Meant to ask about this after the game Saturday, but Michael, obviously, he was playing. It was kind of a game time decision, and obviously dealing with the back injury. Just wondering, how he's doing after that game. I think he played less minutes than what he's usually averaging. Obviously came off the bench. Just kind of, can I get an update on his status heading into this game, and just kind of how you saw his game on Saturday? I'm obviously trying to play through the injury.
Yeah, coming off that Carolina game, he took some really, really hard falls. It's something I've been talking to him about falling less. He drives so courageously to the rim. He takes some hits too. Like, listen, I probably shouldn't say this, but he probably deserves more calls than some of the ones he gets, but that's part of being a freshman, I guess, maybe earning your stripes. But, an old coach told me the team that the team that loses the least falls down the least, because then you're playing 5-on-4. So it's a combination of a little bit. When he falls, sometimes it's 5-on-4 the other way. And believe me, sometimes he falls because he gets crushed and he gets smoked on some fouls. But body's just a little bit beat up, and we're going to see how he is here today into tomorrow.
We'll go next to Russ Brown.
Yeah, Pat, you just ticked off a laundry list of some of the things that bothers you about the game the other day. How do you fix these things in such a short period of time?
You just coach them up. You coach them up. I mean, they're not any earth-shattering type mistakes or adjustments. It's just, being able to do what we do better. When you play against a really, really good defensive team, and Clemson's one of the best defensive teams in our conference. You have to give them some of the credit, but you cannot let a team, whether it's take you out of your stuff or disrupt you. You got to give Clemson credit. We just have to be more crisp in our assignments in terms of our execution on the offensive end, whether it's in set plays, whether it's in transition, whether it's in just our kind of our flow, play after the play, if you will. Just things that are core to what we do on the offensive end. We have to do those well. Somebody said a long time ago, and I don't remember where I got this from. I think it was from the Disney Institute, actually. I don't even know if they still have it, but a guy my dad knew went to the Disney Leadership Institute, and they said, do the basics brilliantly. And I think some of the things that need fixing aren't, like I said, any major overhaul. It's just do the basic things that we do them brilliantly and do them well. And when we do that, we're hard to guard offensively. When we do that, we're really good defensively. It's not just doing your assignment, but it's doing it with a passion and a fervor and a nastiness and having a fight mentality on every possession and every single action that you guard.
Thank
you. Zach Cantrell, go ahead, sir.
Hey, Coach. Zach Cantrell, ESPN 680. How are you today?
Doing great. How are you?
Not too bad. So, Coach, I know you mentioned on Saturday Clemson shot 34 free throws, and that's an area of concern. You guys shoot a lot of threes, typically as a team, 36 on Saturday. So how do you emphasize taking the ball to the basket, maybe trying to lower that free throw disparity instead of being so reliant on the three, especially when you're in a slump like you guys were for stages in the second half on Saturday?
You have any idea what the 2-point volume of Clemson and the 2-point volume of us, how many 2-point field goals Clemson shot and how many 2-point field goals we shot?
They were roughly similar.
They weren't roughly similar. They were exactly similar.
Yes.
Yep. So, I thought we played on the attack and we attacked the rim. We offensive rebounded well. We shot just as many twos as they did. We were driving that ball super hard. Unfortunately, it's just the way the game goes. They shot 34 free throws and we shot 12.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Luke Cheney.
Hey, Coach. I understand the game against Miami on Saturday is not your main focus right now, but I was wondering if you had any early thoughts on the Hurricanes and just the job that Jay Lucas is doing in his first year at Miami.
I don't have any thoughts on that game because I haven't given it the first thought. I never do. I only focus on the next game. You mentioned Coach Lucas. I know him. I've known him for a while just because we've been coaching together for a long time, and I have a lot of respect for him.
Thank you.
David Teal.
Pat, last week obviously was not Isaac's best, but he is among just two guys who have started every game for you this season. What has he brought to the program since coming over from UVA?
Yeah, Isaac's a vet. He's a pro, meticulous in his approach every single day. Veterans, played 1 million minutes at the Division I level, at a high level of college basketball. He's a winning human being, and he's a winning player.
We'll go back to Matt McGavich.
Pat, when doing the scout and film review on Syracuse, what kind of stands out to you the most?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, they're extremely potent offensively. They have weapons all over the place. Defensively, they're long, they're athletic. They have one of the best shot blockers in the country. You know, so they have a million things that keep me up last night and tonight. We got to be at our best. We got to be at our best to beat them.
I'll go back to Russ Brown.
Yeah, Pat, to follow up on what Brooks asked, obviously Brown was a game time decision last week. Do you expect him to be a game time decision again tomorrow night?
When does that come out? I don't, like I said,
think tonight might be
I
the
don't do
initial.
the medical stuff, so it'll come out when it comes out, Russ. I don't mean I'm not, you know, in any way, shape, or form, mean it in any way. I just don't know. We'll see how he is today at practice, and then the doctors or the medical people make that decision in terms of what his game status is, and then we'll see how he is tomorrow.
Okay, thanks.
CL Brown, go ahead, sir.
Hi, Pat. When you have a stretch like this, kind of a rough patch, does finding a solution require digging back into your principles and kind of doing what you do better, or are you looking for a solution that's outside of what you've done? Like, do you try and do something different?
I would say both. You know, that's every coach. That's me forever and a day. I mean, everybody has their deal, their core thing. You know, it's not what you teach, it's what you emphasize. At this point in the season, everybody is who they are. Leopard doesn't change his spots this late in the season, but there's no question you're always looking for the next button, the right button, some adjustment that's going to, that's going to fix things. You're always trying to give your guys answers. So it's a little bit of what you said on both ends. It's do what you do better, and then, find ways that you can adjust and improve.
Thank you.
We'll return to Matthew McGavich for the last question.
Hey, Pat, kind of random, but there have been times this season where Kenai Ruths has had a big-time impact on the game, but then he'll sometimes get into points where he, I guess, a little bit of a lull, or his impact doesn't seem like it has been nearly as what it was in other games. How do you help him take a step forward in terms of his consistency from game to game, and did his illness still have some sort of lingering effect as to why he can have some of that discrepancy in his consistency?
Yeah, I mean, I think you could say that about everybody on our team, and probably everybody in college basketball. Nobody's at their absolute best every game. You guys have ups and downs and peaks and valleys. It's you're asking about, Kenai specifically, but we could talk about everybody on the team, that guys have their ups and downs, and just staying consistent. He's really consistent in his daily approach, which I'm just a big believer. If your process is very consistent, that's going to help your performance be consistent. And he does that. He's got a great attitude, works hard every single day in the gym, watching film, great teammate. That goes for everybody. Somebody asked about hitting a rough patch. It doesn't affect our daily approach or work every single day. The bounce in our step and the excitement to get in the gym, practice, prepare for the next game, and then, go play at the Center tomorrow in front of a bunch of people in the best arena in America.
Pat, we appreciate the time. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right. More middays with Marcus Maben after this break.
Louisville has a new football team, the Kings. That's right. UFL football lands on March 27th as the Kings host the Birmingham Stallions. Be there for the home opener
Hey,
at
Nick,
Lynn
you there?
Family Stadium. Don't miss it. Get your tickets
Yeah, I'm here.
now
What's up,
at
buddy?
How long is this break?
UFLKings.com. That's
I'm sorry. I was just finishing the
United
last
we
one.
reign.
We got, let's see here.
And the Storm
minute.
dribbles in from the north side. Hits
3
a
minutes.
monster dunk, folks.
Okay.
Lights are out across the neighborhood. Now that's a power play nobody wanted to see. My house is just a few blocks away. Guess my home court's dark, too. Just got a text from LG&E and KU at 454-358. Crews are already on the court. Update your number in the LG&E and KU mobile app or in my account, and you'll get play-by-play power outage text, too. And the lights are back on! Now that's what I call a comeback!
Football season is over, but there's still plenty to bet at Circus Sports Kentucky. That's right, from college basketball to hockey and everything in between, Circus Sports is betting the way it should be. High betting limits, player-friendly pricing, and enhanced in-game options so you can bet from tip-off to final buzzer. Whether you're looking for futures on March hoops, props on your favorite player, Circus Sports, they got you covered. Download the app today or visit them online, circusports.com. Must be 18 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
In this city, we value preparation, execution, and most importantly, winning. As the world continues to become more complicated and frustrating with all the new tech and AI, let's keep one thing simple. When looking to buy or sell a home, call Josh Jarbo. Clear communication, proven strategies, no wasted possessions. That's the kind of execution that leads to national recognition. And it's exactly why Josh was honored in this year's Who's Who in America for his impact and production on the real estate industry. But let's be honest, cut-rate agents deliver cut-rate results. And Josh doesn't shy away from pressure. With his guaranteed sale program, if your home doesn't sell within 60 days, he will personally buy it. That's confidence. That's accountability. And as always, mention you heard it here on 93.9 The Ville and receive up to a $5,000 seller credit. Josh Jarbo's proven strategy, powered by RE/MAX, the world's most trusted and recognized real estate brand, delivers results you can count on. So don't complicate it. Time is a currency, and it's one you can't afford to waste. Keep it simple. Call Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or visit his website at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote
Did you
at
think his response to Zach
ethos.com/game.
Cantrell was
That's
snippy?
ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The Stars will be out on Friday, March 20th as Emma Sears and Racing Louisville host Trinity Rodman and the Washington Spirit at Lynn Family Stadium. Racing Louisville's biggest season opener yet kicks off at 8 p.m. Arrive early for happy hour, live music, and a giveaway to the first 2,000 fans when gates open at 6:30 p.m. Then stick around for fireworks after the game. Sears and Rodman both star for the U.S. national team, and they'll be leading clubs that most recently met in last year's playoffs. Get your tickets to the rematch at RacingLouFC.com today.
Residential shingle roofing and commercial flat roofing are two very different sciences. Shingle roofing is water shedding, while commercial flat roofing is essentially waterproofing. That's why you need a flat roofing specialist on your commercial roof. Roofing Solutions has decades of experience on thousands of commercial roofs, restaurants, schools, industrial facilities, shopping centers, all types of roofs, all kinds of conditions. And as a Duralast Platinum contractor, you know that one of America's foremost roofing manufacturers trusts Roofing Solutions with their most important projects. Roofing Solutions is your choice for your commercial flat roof. Call Jim McGraw at 502-741-0858. That's 502-741-0858. Or find them at roofsolutionsky.com. Roof Solutions is the solution to your flat roof problems.
If you agree with this sentiment, then DFX Company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split like the one we use at the 93.9 studios for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222, or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. If we don't have anybody on the phone lines,
we're good right now.
Okay, I'm gonna make this statement, and then I'm going to go into a shout out mode. That presser had everything I needed. It had everything the fans that hate Coach Kelsey and want to blame him and run him out of town, he gave it to you. All the fans that want to support him and think he's the guy and think it's just a process, he gave you everything you needed. With that being said, I won't unpack it until the next hour. Meantime, happy heavenly birthday, Coach Denzel Crum. Our coach.
Happy birthday.
Our
coach.
Mine and yours,
Our
Steve.
coach.
Our coach.
Happy birthday,
Coach Crum.
Absolutely.
Potato soup luncheon. I have to pass this along yet again.
Swing over there.
Potato soup luncheon. Roosters, Middletown. Good people. It is to benefit the Denny Crum Scholarship Foundation. This thing's been going on forever. We want to keep it as strong as possible. 11 to 2. All you do is stop by. Former coaches, former players, fans get together. Stop by, like say, have yourself a nice bowl of soup and get you some wings, anything. 11 to 2, Roosters, Middletown. Or if you just want to quickly pull out your phone, you can go to dennycrum.com and, give a little donation to the Scholarship Foundation to keep this thing strong, to keep the legacy strong for his Scholarship Foundation, all that good stuff. What's your best memory of Coach Crum? What's your best personal memory of Coach Crum, Steve?
Man, gosh, there's so many to think of, when you play for the guy, it's like, you remember a lot of his sayings and you remember a lot of the things, he did, just, that.
What
What
did he stress? What did he stress to you when you played for Coach Crum, Steve?
Just continue to give all the effort that I'm giving defensively, and he made sure that everybody in the locker room knew, like, hey, this guy right here is giving everything he's got, and I need the rest of y'all. And then
to match Steve's effort and energy,
he told Montrezl Harrell to match Steve Rummage's energy.
Defense, rebound, run.
And then he said, great shoes, by the way.
See, that I asked you the best memory. That's the worst memory for me. That he complimented your patent leather, shiny red shoes.
Red Kobe's.
He was being sarcastic, Steve.
No, he goes, what? I can't do the voice, you do it better, but he goes, what kind of shoes are those? He goes, those are really nice. I was like, oh, they're Kobe's, Coach.
My best memory.
Okay.
My best memory. It's two of them. And this is going to be a great transition to talking about the best and worst of Coach Kelsey. Steve, I may or may not have told this before. I think I have. There's no way you can be on radio as long as we have not said this. But Steve, I'm telling you, and to all the people who've never heard this story before, my opening of my career in Puerto Rico, right? Of course.
Well, okay, so it was Puerto Rico, not Alaska.
No, my freshman opening was in Puerto Rico.
Okay, because I always say it was in the Great Alaska Shootout, but
no,
it was in Puerto Rico.
In Puerto Rico.
Okay, but you did play in Alaska, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yes, definitely.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, Puerto Rico, tournament team. So, in Puerto Rico, Steve, I had a good opener. Now, I don't know if it was after the first night or the second night, Steve,
It wasn't a Jerry Smith opener, but it was solid. Please continue.
It was a pre-Jerry Smith, back when the rules were different, Steve. I'm like I'm like Michael Irvin, back when you could knock a I played the game back when you could knock a MF's head off.
Nick just finished it he just finished that.
See, I bet he did. I bet he couldn't wait.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, he loved it. No, he loved it. Yeah.
So, Steve,
I did.
Back when I played,
you would.
But here's what.
No idea. That's what I love about Nick not listening is he doesn't know he just admitted to being a racist.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I just love it, And then he's like, oh yeah, of course.
Steve,
I say it all the time.
No, you know why I wasn't listening?
No.
The computer just broke, and I'm trying to save our entire first hour.
Marcus is selling a great story. That sounds like a you problem.
It's a totally a me. No, it's a producer problem, and I'm gonna leave. I love you guys. Bye.
I'm telling you, Steve, either after the first game or the second game, you've known me long enough to know if anybody's been around me on a college camp, everybody knows my body rhythm does not align with the sun, the moon, and the stars. If I want to be up at 2 a.m. to 6, I don't have a normal human being sleep schedule. I never have, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a curfew kind of guy. Like, I can't function under that kind of, containment, okay?
Right.
Steve, I'm telling you, I probably shouldn't even tell a story, but Coach wouldn't be mad at me. Statute of limitations, all that good stuff. I'm telling you, Steve, I got up out of that bed, and there is casinos in Puerto Rico connected to the hotel, and it had to be 2:30, 2:45 in the morning, right? And I'm wandering through the casino and I don't even gamble, like that. So I'm just up and walking around and moving around. And I'm telling you, Steve, when people describe their hearts and stomachs falling out of their soul, just being removed from their soul, like in Riddick, I'm telling you, when I looked down at that table and I saw Coach Crum staring right at me, I died, Steve. I just had 2 good opening games, and my career just ended before it even got started. Oh, you said what?
I said, you're done now,
You're
freshman.
donezo, freshman. You're either suspended from and again, you don't know. I'm going to be on SportsCenter tonight. Freshman just got suspended for 10 games, violating curfew. I died when I looked at him, right? And realized I was standing next to him. What? And I'm like, it didn't even occur to me, like, what the hell you still doing up?
Yeah. Yeah. Why are you?
What are you doing playing cards? Like, Coach, you play cards? Look, there's a million people laughing right now because I don't know he's the Cool Hand Luke. I don't know the Riverboat Gambler stories. I don't know any of this. He's playing a poker pro. Steve, I looked at him. I died on the inside. And he looked at me and he just smiled and was like, hey, what's going on? It wasn't no.
You're like, this is a trick, right?
Yeah.
Like,
No,
yeah,
you know.
He was like, hey, you want a beer? You're like,
that's funny you say that, Steve. When he said hello and he said hey, and it was so soft and like he was happy to see me, right? And I actually looked right at the table to see if he had a drink because again, Grandma was a bootlegger and she ran the card games. So the first thing I would just train to do is look to see if Grandma was a little tipsy or something, like if she brought me to the table and said, hey, baby, here's $5, I would know, that drink. Hey, hang around the table because they're going to start giving out some extra tips to run to get extra drinks. I looked at the table to see if he had a drink. He didn't have a drink there. So that means he was really like, genuinely like did not care, right? That I was.
Well, his true freshman just had 2 great games, and he knows he's got you locked up for another 3 years. In that day and age, he's probably like, You can do whatever you want.
You can do whatever you want. In my brain, I was already packing my stuff. I was already, how am I going to explain this to
Who
my
on
mom?
that team gets kicked off the team, though? He sees him and he goes, "You're going. I'm going to make an example out of you." You obviously had the golden ticket, so.
Who gets kicked off that team?
Yeah.
I don't
Who's
want
he
to.
like, not even kicked off, just like, hey, man, everybody's in trouble now because I'm going to make an example out of.
Okay, that's a better question. Who
Yeah.
gets everybody in trouble off that team?
Yep.
That's a great question. Probably Travis Best.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Probably
That's a good
Travis
answer.
Best, right?
Yeah.
Because
That's
Travis,
a good answer.
for some reason, you know how like you jump past, like you jump and like you're gonna take a shot and you fire it down to a big, right?
Mm-hmm.
Travis Best used to do that, and Troy Escalade Jackson used to always make fun of Travis Best because one time, Coach Crum said, "Travis, you're a white kid from Indiana. You're playing like you're from Brooklyn, New York." And I'm telling you, Troy Escalade Jackson never let that go, Steve. And it was just like, and then, you know, what's Troy, like, people don't realize, like, Troy is like he prepares you for life, because if you can survive being around Troy Jackson, like a real New Yorker like that, you can. It's like learning how to deal with Rick Pitino or something. Like once you deal with the harshness of a hardcore New Yorker, like you're ready for anything in life. And I'm telling you, like Troy would gaslight back before gaslighting had a name. He would gaslight
Before
Travis.
Nick gave it a name.
All right, I am listening now. You watch it.
All right.
You watch it.
Nick says we got to go to break.
Well, I'm sure we do. He tried to
Nick
cut my.
said he doesn't. Nick said he doesn't care about your stupid memory lane.
Yeah, and
That's not true.
Yeah, I
Do not
guess he
say
should
that.
know that. I was in the middle of also talking about the Denny Crum Scholarship Foundation Potato Soup Luncheon going on at Roosters Middletown from 11 to 2 that everybody should go, or that they could easily go to Denny Crum. Yeah, he only cares about a certain charity.
Yeah.
Oh, don't.
Or
Okay,
you can
now
go
I'm turning the music off. No,
DennyCrum.com
no,
to any donations to support the Denny Crum Scholarship Foundation. Rolling along, 93.9 DeVille.
The Stars will be out on Friday, March 20th as Emma Sears and Racing Louisville host Trinity Rodman and the Washington Spirit at Lynn Family Stadium. Racing Louisville's biggest season opener yet kicks off at 8 p.m. Arrive early for happy hour, live music, and a giveaway to the first 2,000 fans when gates open at 6:30 p.m. Then stick around for fireworks after the game. Sears and Rodman both star for the U.S. national team, and they'll be leading clubs that most recently met in last year's playoffs. Get your tickets to the rematch at RacingLouFC.com today.
I'm attorney Sam Aguiar. We hear law firms all the time say that they treat clients like family. But at Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers, it's ingrained in our culture and reflected in everything we do. From the moment you trust us with your case, you'll experience genuine care every step of the way. But don't just take my word for it. Read the reviews of law firms online and see what clients are saying about their experiences. We're confident that you'll see how Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers stands out from the rest.
We are right in the heart of winter, so it's time to ask yourself if your heating system can make it to spring. So if you have any issue with your heat, or if you know it's time for a new system, then you need to call DFH Company today. Now until January 31st, when you buy a complete Trane system, receive 18-month special financing. It's hard to stop a Trane, so call DFH Company today at 968-6222, or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
When someone walks into Genesis Diamonds, the first reaction is, wow. It's a spectacular showroom, modern, bright, relaxing, smiling people, and always complimentary beverages. Whether you're looking for a unique, one-of-a-kind engagement ring or just a simple pair of earrings, the cases at Genesis are filled with tons of choices. And the people behind the counter are not commission-based salespeople. They are seasoned experts. The quality is amazing at Genesis. This is not mall store quality merchandise or inferior diamonds. diamonds. Genesis's diamonds are hand-selected by the owner, brought straight from the cutters, no middleman markups, and no pricing games. And don't forget, Genesis has the finest ring designers in the world, the ones other jewelry stores just simply can't get. Names like Tacori and Viraggio, premium designer rings, they're handcrafted in New York and LA, American-made rings. Incredible value, unmatched quality, and the largest selection of luxury pre-owned Rolexes in America. It's Genesis Diamonds, the official jeweler of the Louisville Cardinals in Shelbyville Road Plaza.
Spring weather is unpredictable. You never know which way you'll be adjusting your thermostat, unless you have the right windows. With Window Nation, you can count on your home being comfortable regardless of the weather outside. Their windows are customizable and energy efficient. Expert installations take just one day, and Window Nation products are backed by a lifetime warranty. There's no better time to upgrade with Window Nation. In March, the more you buy, the more you could save, up to 50% off all window styles. Visit windownation.com for your free consultation today.
If you're a true sports fan, you're always searching for that home field advantage. And speaking of homes, I have the perfect realtor that can meet all of your needs. The name you should know, Derek A. Stewart. Derek A. Stewart brings experience and expertise to all of your home buying and selling needs. Derek is also familiar with any and every type of property and location you could be interested in. And the best part is, your home field advantage is only a telephone call away. So do yourself a favor and call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
Residential shingle roofing and commercial flat roofing are two very different sciences. Shingle roofing is water shedding, while commercial flat roofing is essentially waterproofing. That's why you need a flat roofing specialist on your commercial roof. Roofing Solutions has decades of experience on thousands of commercial roofs, restaurants, schools, industrial facilities, shopping centers, all types of roofs, all kinds of conditions. And as a Duralast Platinum contractor, you know that one of America's foremost roofing manufacturers trusts Roofing Solutions with their most important projects. Roofing Solutions is your choice for your commercial flat roof. Call Jim McGraw at 502-741-0858. That's 502-741-0858, or find them at roofsolutionsky.com. Roof Solutions is the solution to your flat roof problems.
Dead air, dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Nikki the Boot. Or simply visit KentuckianaPumps.com. Here's what I want to do.
Real quick, before we do that, can I give a quick shout out to my friends over at the Grout Medical Louisville?
Absolutely.
Give them a call, 502-609-3900. They do regrouting, recalking, cleaning, sealing, tile repair, and replacement. They have customer first mentality. They're going to come out. They're going to They're going to check out that job. They're going to, get everything taken care of there. They want to see it. They want to, that way when they come out, you ever had somebody come out for a job and then they get there and they're like, oh, man. I mean, Drew just went through it with the fridge where it's like, oh, my gosh. Like, now they get there and they're like, well, I mean, we can't do this and we can't do that. And it's like, well, okay, well, why did we, why did you not look at the job? Here's the thing. You're about to do your spring cleaning. That's coming in now. That's that time of year. The snow, I think we're getting close to it being on.
I hear the birds.
Yeah, and you're going to start cleaning that stuff up. And now, if I could do anything else for you with the Grout Medical Louisville, they said they want to give everybody who mentions this show 10% off. So they'll give you a 10% discount on whatever they do. So get over there. Give owners Jeremy Wheatley, Audrey, and Marty McGraw a call, 502-609-3900, the Grout Medic of Louisville.
Before we get into the coach's presser, because I have a ton to react to that.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, Simmons Falcon head coach DeJuan Wheat.
Oh, yeah.
And former teammate Jason Osborne led Simmons College of Kentucky to the Midwest Regional Basketball Championship.
Congrats.
Good job, gentlemen. Good job. That has to be extremely, extremely gratifying too. Like I said, you're one that has caught the bug yourself, the coaching bug.
Oh,
gosh. So you can definitely imagine how gratified they must be.
Yes, good for them. What are we going to do? Let me just ask you. Let me just ask you straight up. What are we going to do with this Tennessee State situation? Nolan just won the OVC in his first year as a head coach.
I love the way you phrased it. What are we going to do with this? We're going to, we're going to say, congratulations, Nolan Smith, on winning the Ohio Valley Conference Championship in your first year as a head coach.
I mean, listen, kudos, man. Nolan Smith and the Tennessee State Tigers, man. They will be heading to Evansville. So listen, I like Nolan. So I mean, obviously,
be prepared to watch Nolan Smith.
He's 2 games away from the NCAA tournament.
He's gonna be in the NCAA tournament.
And I'm not sure that I could beat Miami of Ohio in
game 1.
God. Such is life. All right.
C'est la vie. Okay, Steve.
Let's move on.
Okay, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
I set it up in a particular way on purpose. It has that press conference has everything you need. I may not be able to have a linear conversation about this, so it might jump back and forth. By the way, I'm assuming the phone lines are open. 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. This is what I meant by this.
And by the way, they are open. We got a little. They may be tough to get through right now because there is a little bit of technical issue back here. So text line preferably at this very moment, and then we'll get it taken care of.
Okay, and the YouTube channel is up and running, made for the bill. So if you want to get your comments on there as well, I'll bring them to the show. Steve. Oh, Wheat is listening. No, thank you, Wheat, for being a great friend. And
man.
Yeah, congrats. Yeah, thank me.
Yeah, killing it over there, man. Yeah, this is just fantastic for him, man.
I hope you suck on the game now, so when next time we hang out, tap
you complain about that a lot. Like you quietly, one of the things you've complained about more than anything about a former teammate or a former card was you saying
because
that
you can't
LeBron.
lose LeBron James on the game, Steve.
Yeah,
it's stupid. It's Bo Jackson on Tecmo Bowl. You can't. You can't use LeBron James.
Yeah, I mean you do throw a fit about that a lot.
Because he abused it. Anyway. Steve. Who did Coach Pat Kelsey sound like for the first 3 minutes of that interview? That's a rhetorical question. He sounded like me, which is what
somebody actually wrote in and said he must be listening to Maven.
That is funny you say that. This is why I can be in a mood and be as angry as humanly possible. And then at the end of me being angry, I can say, at least he knows. I'm not looking for affirmation. I'm not looking for vindication. We talk about this all the time. Does he know? Does he know? Is somebody telling him this? Steve, stop falling. I yell it, stop falling, stop falling, stop falling. This is not just Michael Brown. You need to emphasize not falling on the ground because it's 5-on-4. We get on.
Who's my guy calling the game?
Randolph Childress said it.
Randolph Childress.
You got to get off the ground. You got to stay off the ground.
He went off on it, dude. He was like, look, he's an amazing prospect. He's like, I'm not getting on him. I think that kid's incredible. But he's like, he cannot fall that much. He's like, and then Ash is like, dang, don't hold back on him. He's like, no. He's like, no, this is like Randolph Childress was actually great. He's like, no, this is no disrespect. He's like, he was like, that kid could do more than I ever could. He's like, he's incredible. But he's like, he cannot, he said for his health, for what's happening on the court. He just cannot keep falling on the ground. He's like, and then he fell like a couple days later. Randolph Childress goes, he's on the ground again.
Yep.
He's like, get up.
Yep. No.
Sorry. I just wanted to interject that.
Yeah. And it's fitting. You listen, This is me from the beginning. Hey, you got to stop falling. Now, whether or not Coach Kelsey, says it and says, okay, hey, maybe he says it in an encouraging way. Maybe he, yells at him nonstop. Stop falling. Stop falling. And the problem with that is, you can't tell somebody they can't fall, but, I can't reward you for falling on the ground. We are in a hostage situation when you fall on the ground. Every time you do that, right? So, if we're not good at bluff and recover, like you talked about last week, at the end of the day, Coach is acknowledging that he sees the same thing we see. Now, what's the next step to that? You fixing it, right? Because it's always going to be the knee bone connected to the hip bone. It's always going to go back up to the coach. Fix it. What else? What else? Basics. He says this, Steve. I'm paraphrasing, but it's what gets me excited and pisses me off. I get pissed off first, then I get excited. He says basics. You got to be brilliant at the basics, or however he phrased it. That's what we're all screaming. Just and he can, if he's honest, he can say, hey, let's look in the mirror, self-reflect. I didn't discipline throughout the season on basics like I should have. Not I didn't re-emphasize it. Not I didn't say it every day. Hey guys, let's be brilliant with the basics. He might say that every morning. He might say that every practice. But are you disciplining them based on it? Or sometimes it's easy to say, hey, I didn't know I had to, assign suicides. I thought you guys were mature enough to do the basics right. A Coach Davenport story. He goes crazy one time because we're missing layups in the layup line before a game, right?
Yep.
And we're talking about, we're working on floaters. We're working on
casual.
Yeah,
just
casual high kisses on the ground. He stops the whole, warm up and starts going crazy. And he's like, I just counted. You missed, you guys, nobody's guarding you. And he's probably listening to.
Yeah. Did he just say that? Is that all he said? Hey, guys. Hey.
Look, he's like.
Nobody's even guarding. I just feel like that the warm-ups are not going the way I would like them.
You know what you just went? You just missed 11 out of 16 layups. And nobody's guarding you. Young Maven is like, hey, coach, you're going to have a heart attack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, listen to this right here. On YouTube channel. If we're screaming basics on March 2nd, that's a problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every single coach that lost is saying the exact same thing. We didn't do. Coach Pitino lost the other day, and he's like, "We got to we uncharacteristic. We got to get with our fundamentals."
Mm-hmm.
So that's always going to be a complaint. What level of complaint it is up for debate. But I agree. Yes, it's a problem that you're saying it, but you're always going to be complaining about basics because that's going to be your winning and losses most of the time. But every single coach can trust his players a little too much, where he gets away from the basics. Hey, last week, we practiced some new sets, and when we should have probably just did the basics. That could lead to a loss this weekend. But again, when he hits the offseason, we're 2 games away. I know he's talking about falling. I know he's talking about basics. I can say, you asked me this weekend, oh, no, actually, it wasn't you. Sorry about that. I was asked about what I would tell him, right? And it was, hey, you didn't emphasize the glass, the dunk it or layup, and the footwork around the basket. The things you emphasize shows, like I said, you still won 20 games. It's not, again, we always go back to this. It's not easy to win a basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like the players we have are just the most imposing specimens where you can get away with some just roll the ball out there.
No, winning isn't normal, man. Yeah.
Winning is not normal.
Yeah.
Right? So, so it's just like the things he said are acknowledged. That is one weight off of my back. Because, sometimes you can look at a coach and be like, does he even know? Does he even know what the problem is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I can say, Coach, you got to do a better, however you're going to do it, either through discipline or reinforcement, you're going to have to do a better job emphatically insisting.
Yeah.
Emphatically insisting that the basics are done closer to perfect than what we're doing.
Yeah. You might need to change up your tactics a little bit.
You might need to change up your tactics to emphasize the basics. Okay. I'm going to give grades.
Okay.
Best question, A+, CL Brown. Asked him, basically, how do you fix it this late? Do you change the way you're coaching, or do you work on what you're already good at? It's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Was a good question.
And he totally went B Hall as he should. That was my point to the end of the year. Every losing coach is going to say something about fundamentals and basics at the end of the year. What level of fundamental and basic is
shout out B Hall.
Right. It's up to
Louisville
the team.
Dog Walkers. Yeah.
Louisville Dog Walkers. Shout out Brian Hall with the 50-50 answer. He's like, hey, Brian, which do you think is this or that? He says, well, both.
Brian done went and got him a fine little girlfriend too. I was like, good for you. Yeah, good for Brian.
Stop talking about people's girlfriends.
Why? It's just, Nick's too.
Stop talking about Nick's girlfriend. Okay, so
but in all fairness with Jeanette, it's more just physical. Like it's not.
Oh, are you calling her a bubblehead or something?
No,
Nick. Ooh.
No, I'm offended. No. It's just like there's not emotional. It's just we just have a physical attachment, not an emotional.
Oh, you don't
attachment.
like my girlfriend? You don't think she's a nice girl?
Oh no, she's great. She's with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thought you enjoyed her personality, Steve.
Yeah. So just more physical.
Okay. Best question, CL Brown. Is it get better at what you're good at, or do both? Okay. I can feel that. Worst question, Zach Cantrell. Listen, I was enjoying that. I was enjoying the Zach Cantrell answer right up until Coach said, once Coach said, "Do you know?" I was like, "Uh-oh." Right when Coach Kelsey said, "Do you actually know the number of 2-point shots to 3-point?" And he's like, "Yeah, they were fairly." He said they were fairly similar. No, they were exactly the same.
It's the exact same number.
But then, listen, I was riding with Zach right until he asked, "Do you know?" Because I'm like, "Oh, he must got something up his sleeve on this one."
Yeah.
Coach Kelsey and Zach set that one up to purposely make Coach Kelsey look smart on that question.
It's like, shout out. Zach looking out for Coach Kelsey out here. I like it.
Right, but you get my point. Like, as far as, like I said, we're in the season.
Mm-hmm.
We're 2 games left. That press conference today gave me, okay, so I know you know. How are you going to address this in the short term and the long term? So now we can kind of watch the moves. We can get back to watching the substitutions. We can get back to watching, like, okay, if I tell you my emphasis is to correct this, over the end of the season, and I don't see the emphasis there, and I don't see the emphasis on the substitutions for not doing those things, then I can say, okay, Coach, this is a problem. I'm able to critique a lot more fair when I know you know. That's the best way I can phrase that.
Yeah. Now let me just be surly Steve for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Though. If you know, and it doesn't get fixed,
yep.
Am I just putting major emphasis on? Does that turn me into arms folded? Well, you better go get a good roster next year. Does that turn me into that guy? Because I mean, I'm really asking. Like,
legally, yes.
Yeah.
Legally, yes. Hey, you could take the things you're good at and admit that that with the physical explosiveness, you can't, your style mixed with your lack of physical explosiveness at this level.
Right.
It's a triangle. It's a 3-card Monty that your hand movement, your fleet, your deception doesn't work at this level.
Yeah. And that's kind of my issue is, and again, now I'm talking from a fan's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going, I don't know that I necessarily feel more confident that you say you know exactly what the issue is, because I feel like we're getting worse. Like, I feel like when you watch Carolina and you watch Clemson, you got worse. Like what? There were a couple moments. I shouldn't be, Marcus. I literally am standing there watching the game, and probably the most excited I got all game was in the first half when Adrian Woolley went to the basket a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
He come off a dribble handoff. He went downhill, and it wasn't just straight line. He made a little move in the paint and went up and scored. And I said, "Now that's what you want to see. Like that's
Yep.
what we need right there. Like, yeah, man, more guys that can and let the threes come off that.
Yes.
And why am I like this job? And again, I'm not calling for Coach Kelsey yet or anything like that. I think he's putting more and more pressure on himself going into the next couple of years, but. How am I watching the game and the most excited I get all game is, hey, somebody went to the basket. Finish like they know how to finish around the basket.
Okay. I can separate that one, right? This is how I separate that. We had more going to the basket. A lot more, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I can also say we weren't going to the basket with the level of intent that we need. Okay? So, yes, you fixed part of that by going to the basket. But the other fix was you have to go to the basket with intentions of scoring and the intent of being physical.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly.
Right. So then Steve and Marcus, we have a session and we say, who on this team can go to the basket physical and knows how to like who knows how to go get an and one? But then Marcus and Steve can have this back and forth and say, we don't practice against it enough.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, who guards that?
Right.
Yeah,
Everybody's
like
the same.
Yeah.
So then we could say, hey, with the roster construction, takes me back to the original point or one of the original points of today's show, where we have 2 extra shooters. We should have had 2 or 3 finishers. You know, the spot where you have the Terrence Edwards Jr. to get the 6'5", 6'6", get you those buckets, get you those easy fouls in the paint. We stuck 2 shooters on that. You might have strategically made a bad roster construction. Overestimated here, underestimated here. It's showing. And because you had some different styles. Maybe last year's team, they were all older, they were all adult. Maybe their fundamentals, because you're more fundamentally sound if you're a senior. So the fundamentals we had with those guys were naturally a lot better. Probably led to, or it could have led to more of a blind spot this year.
Yeah, but no, you're not wrong. I say
no,
that
it
like
sucks, Steve. No, it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah,
it sucks because you shouldn't have had that blind spot. And if you're an elite coach, you don't have that blind spot, and it can happen. Like I said, all it takes, Steve, is, like I said, 2 or 3 roster spots. An overlook here or there, and you're in trouble.
But we love, and my thing is and this is where I'm finding myself. And again, I said today's show is going to be a little bit of help me as a fan, because part of me goes, do I want to blame system, or do I blame why do I not, or roster? Because why do I not have a guy? Like, why do I not have a big that I could just say, hey man, we're going to have you, because we like to do the dribble handoff at the top, and stuff like that. I'm going to have you set a pin down, and then you turn and seal your man, and we're coming into you. I can't do that with any of my guys. How are you going to do that with? I mean,
you didn't see and when you saw Sananda Fru before he got here, he wasn't a back-to-back at all.
No. So that's why I almost try to have a heart-to-heart in myself. And I mentioned this to you over the weekend. Steve, I want to look at Coach Kelsey. I'm talking to myself. I want to see Coach Kelsey go get guys that can do that. Go get your guys. You know what? Don't worry about the rankings. Don't worry about Steve being mad that my transfer portal class isn't number 4 in the country, number 3 in the country. Just go get dudes that can do what you want to do. And you told me you want to get guys that can go downhill. You told me you want to get guys that can get fouled and get to the free throw line. That's what you said out of your own admission. Okay, go get those guys.
He had 2 last year.
Right. And
at least
go get them. And you know what? And we all might go, I don't really like what this class is ranked. I don't really like what. Okay, cool. Eat that all summer. That's fine. But go get your guys. Because it feels like you've got a team. You're saying out of your mouth, I want a team that can do this. But the team you're putting on the floor is not a team that does that. And
there's no way you can teach it if they're not training against it.
No, that's not what they do. Yeah. That's why I think there's a little bit more doom and gloom than, well, this team could still make a run, is because I think fans, or especially in these parts,
the only way to run is insane shooting, and at tournament time it gets physical. You need free throws. You're not going to get free throws.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be up big. You're gonna have to be up big to win games.
Yes,
we know that, and that's hard to do in the NCAA tournament against anybody. any seed.
And that's your and that's your path. I tell you what, let's take our last commercial break. Rolling along, 939 The Ville.
March Madness has arrived.
Lindeborg has it high on the left side. Checked by Asar. Bounce pass inside to Johnson above the left block. Turns, faces up on Dines. Put a shoulder down. Pump fake. Pump fake again. Puts it up off the glass and scores 2. Whereas Johnson was 6 in the first half. Michigan is up 10.
The Wolverines dominated most of the Big Ten season, but can they carry that momentum through the conference tournament and into the big dance? To find out, stay tuned for Westwood One's exclusive NCAA tournament coverage right here.
O'Reilly. Replace your wiper blades and save $10 on a pair of Rain-X Latitude wiper blades at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Beam blade technology improves windshield contact for maximum visibility. Our professional parts people will even install your new wiper blades for free. Stop by your O'Reilly Auto Parts store or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The YMCA offers spring NFL flag football, soccer, and field hockey for kids ages 3 to 14 at many locations in Louisville and southern Indiana. Kids will learn the basics, improve their skills, and make new friends. Youth sports is open to the public. Learn more at ymcalouisville.org.
At First Financial Bank, we keep the focus on you, your business, and your employees. We understand that businesses are more than just assets and projections. Our team will get to know your goals and provide tailored solutions to help you achieve them. Whether you're expanding or optimizing your operations, we can help by offering the right mix of national lending expertise, local decision-making, and personalized service. Learn more at bankatfirst.com/business, the bank that makes you feel like number one. That's First Financial Bank, member FDIC.
Louisville has a new football team, the Kings. That's right. UFL football lands on March 27th as the Kings host the Birmingham Stallions. Be there for the home opener at Lynn Family Stadium. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now at UFLKings.com. That's UFLKings.com. United, we reign.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back, thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial #LAW on your cell phone. That's #529, offices Louisville.
Bad news for the other guys.
Okay. That's one of those commercials that always getting me murked.
Store, organize, and
yeah, we definitely got to keep that one off. That's a YouTube strike waiting.
Stronghold.
Tech Restore. Sick of waiting at the Apple Store? Skip the mall and the madness. At Tech Restore, there's no appointment needed ever. Just walk in and get Apple certified support right here in Louisville.
No, listen, them going against each other is probably
whatever works best for your
the biggest
situation.
reason
No
for
long
lack of
lines,
development.
No Genius Bar, just real help, real fast. Visit us in Hikes Point or online at techrestore.com and see all that we offer. Tech Restore, saving your one device.
Fru's going against either
Hey, Cards
Ali
fans,
or
do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis
20.
that can also lead to kidney and heart disease.
6 inches
I bet you
taller
didn't know
than
there's
Degrees.
now a Gout Center of Excellence
and 10
right here
times
in
more
Louisville.
athletic.
They use the most
than
up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have
Now,
gout,
unless you're
be
just
sure to call the Gout
drilling
Center of Excellence
fundamentals,
at
you know how to-
502-719-2472 or visit them online
I wonder
at
what Mara's
ralouisville.com
doing.
and be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
That's the X factor. reaching good people. As Steve mentioned earlier, we might be through the harshest part of the weather, but nonetheless, your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course, they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today. Also, take everything I just mentioned about Citadel Roofing and Construction and add window installation. Every time you open up that LG&E bill, you think it'd be a lot lower number if I had better windows. Citadel Window Installation. Again, 502-219-7964 today.
You know, I love this. I love this week. Kind of getting away from Louisville just for a second. I love this week. You know, high school, college. You know, locally, you've got the high school regionals this week. I mean, it's hey, you lose from here on out, you're done.
You're done.
Yeah. You know, the conference tournaments this week in college. These are one bid leads, man.
You're done.
You lose, you're done. That's it. You know, like there ain't no more. I mean, there is just a different energy when it's win or go home. You know, and I love the mid-major tournaments. I love them. And it's
I feel terrible for mid-major tournaments. Let me ask you this question, Steve. Let me ask you this question. With NIL, and I'm not an NIL doom and gloomer. You know, I'm not a one-year transfer doom and gloomer. It is what it is. I believe in market correction eventually, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't. You know what I say, doom and gloomer. The person that just blames NIL, just everything sucks. NIL transfer. Stop. Hey, everybody should stop watching college basketball. It's not the same. It's just like, okay, what next? What next? Sure. You're gonna simulate the rest of the season, simulate next season, simulate till you. Okay. Anyway, let me ask you this though. Look, I just crapped on the NILers and everybody else, and now I'm gonna crap on them. Steve.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does the NIL and immediate transfer market take some of the luster off of the mid-major tournaments? Because keep in mind, Steve, you got some guys on those mid-majors, those studs that are about to get paid.
Yeah, see, I was going to say, I almost say it's the opposite. I think you watch it to see the names of next year.
So are we going to be scouting mid-majors now?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're going to spend the whole weekend saying, I wouldn't mind him on my team. I wouldn't mind him on my team.
Every game.
Every big man over 6'9" that dunks vertical, I'm gonna go, Patrick.
You're gonna say how many years that guy got left? You know how many rosters you're gonna look up this week? Like, I mean, yeah, it's just it's great, man. I mean, this is.
And then I'm gonna spend the rest of the time complaining, like, why did we get a mid-major guy?
Yeah, I know. And then when we take a bunch of mid-majors, that's why I say. But that's why I said in the last segment, like, Coach, you got to just tune it out. Get who.
That's
you
a great
want.
Point, Steve. That's a great point.
Let me say. Well, I don't know, man. Our backcourt's mid-major, and I don't really feel comfortable with that. Okay, all right, shut up, Steve. Watch. You go get your guys.
You better go get some explosives.
Oh, exactly. I'm going to do my best this year to not overgo anything on the market. I want to say get who you want. I'm going to because I am very much in, and assuming the season ends.
The next time I see Mo Kamara on a basketball court, he better look great.
I mean, my God, he hadn't played for a year. He's been doing nothing but individual instruction.
If he's been under your tutelage for a year,
Yeah.
I'm going to be, listen, my arms are going to be folded with Mo Kamara.
Yeah. Like,
The very first shot that he takes in a Louisville uniform, if he hits it, great. If he misses it, coach, this is on you.
Yeah.
I'm going to pin Mo Kamara's entire his entire basketball career on coach.
Without question. Without question. Look, somebody already said Brett Decker from Liberty. He's a Kentucky kid and was a Louisville fan. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what.
Now we're back to being fans.
Yeah. That's what this week is.
All right, you want to give a shout out?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm ready for that. I'm still juiced up about basketball, and look, you can be too. You know, just about life in general. All right, your sex life, your daily life, your energy, whatever it is, and you can do that by going to see my friends over at Tri-State Men's Health. Get over to TriStateMen'sHealth.com, take their low T quiz, 10 questions, 2 minutes, yes or no answers, and then get to one of their great locations. So you got one right here in Louisville, very easy to get to, right off of Breckenridge, off of Watterson. They've got one in Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati, 2 in Columbus if you're up there. And I know somebody who's actually used that in Columbus, and now one up in Dayton. So they're just kind of moving right on up through there. The Cincinnati Reds use them. This is our year, all that stuff. So I'm really, really excited about being able to partner with them. Now, whatever it is, if it's energy, if it's weight loss that you want to help, like I said, I mean, I can tell you, I feel my energy has been fantastic. I'm down 24 pounds. Still a long way to go, but my God, you take 24 pounds off of you. I'm walking up the stairs, Marcus, going, 24 pounds is a lot of pounds to just take off your body.
I can feel the difference between 25 pounds off my body.
Yeah, it's like, man, like carry a 25-pound weight up the steps with you, and you're like, wow, that's a little off-putting.
Big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal. So, man, just little things like that feel better. So get over and you can check them out. Or if you're one of the 50% of men over the age of 50 dealing with erectile dysfunction in some kind, you know, it's not always just what we think. It's not always just like, it's not working. I mean, there's other aspects to that too. And you can get over there and they can get you taken care of. And if medically advised, they'll give you a test dose in the office. And if that test dose doesn't work, they'll waive your $99 fee. You won't pay anything for that day. So get over to Tri-State Men's Health. Let them know you heard about him right here on 93.9 The Ville.
What you got on deck, Nikki?
School lunch. He's fine. I'll let him tell in a minute. I'm doing the school lunch today.
I'm listening.
I'm going in.
Wait, so
I'm meeting Xavier. Xavier's been
lunch
asking
with the
for a
kid
long
day.
time.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been asking.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
So at 1:50, I have lunch from 1:50 to 2:10. So now he wants me to bring in some stuff, but I kind of want to eat the school lunch.
Oh yeah, dude, get the old school pizza.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just want to stunt.
He does. He's like, bring some Chick-fil-A. So I guess I'm gonna bring some Chick-fil-A. Look,
You better bring a couple extras too, because there's gonna be that one kid, his homeboy. He gonna be like, my dad didn't
come. Them nuggets.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take care of him. All right, Nick, what you got, man?
Well, EC. I mean, obviously we got to react
Huge
to
celebration. I mean, it's probably. I mean, you got the streamers. You got the fireworks. I mean, I'm sure you're gonna come out like Goldberg, just
breathing smoke.
Yeah.
We might have a little Sofro impregnation. We'll see about that. We got.
Well, he's the most fertile man on planet Earth.
He is.
Because if anything Saturday impregnated you, then God bless you.
I mean, he does have like 4 kids.
Yeah, good for him.
His takes are great.
Okay.
Pull-out game, maybe not so.
All right, let's end. Thank you for ending with that on our show. Appreciate that. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Love you, Sofro.
I'm attorney Sam Aguiar. At Sam Aguiar
Appreciate you, Nick. Yeah,
we
appreciate
love
it.
taking on big insurance companies. We know their playbook and how to beat them.
Everyone hitting the portal for sure. Brad for sure. He better be explosive. All right, y'all. I'll get excited out here too. I could just continue the YouTube show. You know what? I should start doing a 3rd hour on the YouTube channel after every show. Really get turned up. All right, y'all. I'll go get some lunch. All right, hit you up later.